so glad that you are back for day 3 out of 5 on 5 days to get better sex. Or get better sex in 5 days. Anyhow, what we're talking about today is consumption. That is the food that we eat, that is anything that we put in our mouths, medication, alcohol, smoking, tobacco, supplements, you name it, whatever goes in here, that's what we're talking about today. And you're probably saying, oh, I've heard it so many times. Oh, you're killing me here. Well, think about this. You are what you eat. And for many years I ate fast food. So that meant that I was fast and easy. And I was. I enjoyed life, yeah. But then I stopped eating fast food. And I became stronger, better performance. And I didn't even know I was eating the right stuff. All I wanted to do was feel better throughout the day. I didn't want to feel slow. I didn't want to feel bogged down. I wanted to feel light, agile, active, exciting, high energy. So, just drinking water is going to help wake you up when you are about to fall asleep. That little, corporate coffee, is great, but it's expensive, and I'm cheap. Birds talk about me. They say cheap, cheap, cheap anytime I walk by them. So, we're going to be talking about alcohol, smoking, recreational drugs, medicine. So, let's just get the alcohol out of the way and realize that when it's done to excess, it's not going to perform. You're not going to be able to focus long enough to be able to get anything to come up. I mean, if you're walking around and you can barely, you're knee walking, you're not anywhere close to being able to have an erection. So, let's just talk about it. One, to start eliminating that fear and getting to the point where you're able to, not having any anxiety. Yeah, no problem. 4 or 5, where you start slurring your words and you can't remember the last sentence you made, so you're repeating it. You're toast. You're going to have erectile dysfunction. Thank you for coming. Have a great day. Let's talk about smoking real quick. Smoking to excess. That's really what I'm talking about. A pack a day. Yeah, that's excess. Cigar a day. I don't know if that's excess. I wouldn't think so. But nicotine does have the ability to restrict your blood vessels. And it does energize you, yeah, but it doesn't really allow you to have good blood flow down where it needs to be. So, I would be cutting that out. Recreational drugs. Well, if it's acid, if it happens to be opiates, if it happens to be something that's a depressive, probably not, because again, you start slurring your words, you can't function. Not a good idea. I did a live on that. If you want to see it, just put down recreational drugs down in the comments, and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. Let's talk about marijuana. Depends on the grade. There's a lot of them out there, and some of it really gets you hyped up, helps lower that anxiety level, lowers that stress, and helps get that libido going. So again, if you're smoking it morning, noon, and night, probably not a good idea. But if you're using it like a weekend warrior or when you're about to have sex in order to reduce that stress and anxiety level, sure, go for it. Let's talk about medication. If you're on heart medicine, kidney medicine, liver medicine, whatever type of diabetes, not a good idea. We need to be able to transcend or start limiting the side effects of those medications. So, how do we do that? Men, if you're getting this kind of reaction, when you're handing somebody a bill, one of the things that's really going to help is magnesium and phosphorus. Yeah. Well, I'm giving you holistic tips here that's going to help the nerves in your genitalia to be able to stand erect. Now, I'm going to be talking about supplements in the sense of omega-3. Those come from fresh fish. You can buy them in a vitamin. They also, omega-3 are in some animal fats. Vitamin D3, you can get that. That's sunshine. And then potassium and also vitamin C. The reason I like vitamin C is that it helps reduce your acidity in the blood. So if you happen to eat one of those bad items, such as candy, and bad item, processed sugar, bad item, sugar in general, uh, you're going to have issues. So let's talk about those wonderful things that we can eat and can have fun with. Magnesium. Oh man, that definitely works. It's in pumpkin seeds. If you like pumpkin seeds, I don't. I take magnesium orally. Zinc. Zinc can be found in oysters, red meat, and fish. Zinc is good for you. If you want to reduce the number of viral infections, go ahead. Take a lot of zinc. Selenium, that is a good thing for building enzymes. So you want to be able to take that. You want some testosterone? Yeah, if you don't have that drive, you don't have that desire, it may be due to testosterone. But one of the things that you can eat is oysters. Now, I'm going to talk about oysters just in a minute. What about watermelon? Watermelon has loads of lycopene and antioxidants for your blood, your heart, your skin, and your prostate. Yeah, that's good stuff. I like lycopene in ketchup. Ketchup has a lot of it. It really does help. Now, let's talk about antioxidants. Red wine in moderation, not to excess. Berries are antioxidant. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. We'll talk more. So let's just talk about those wonderful shellfish. I love shellfish. I like shrimp. I like oysters. I like mussels. I like lobster. So it's going to boost your testosterone level, and that's what you want. You know, the other part is I'm a foodie, so I'm not going to eat oysters when the month ends in R. There's only four of them, and they're towards the end of the season, so I'm not eating them during that period of time. Matter of fact, I'm going to be having oysters tonight, along with some mussels. We're looking to, get things set up for the weekend. 5 days, better sex, yeah. So let's just talk about one thing. Have I interested you in anything at this point? You know, Here's reality. You have to pick your diet that makes you happy. And if you're not happy with what I'm about to tell you, and you're going to go down that road of eating fast food with lots of ingredients that don't promote health, then you're probably not going to be able to get that erection or have that stamina or be able to really enjoy your life, because you're going to feel bogged down. You're going to feel heavy. You're not going to have that clarity. You're going to feel that there's some kind of veil in between. Your mental process isn't going to be going quite as well. So let's talk about what a lot of different people think about when they get their caffeine in the morning. Yeah, you can get it through sodas, you can get it through coffee, you can get it through energy drinks, you can get it through tablets. Where I'm going with this is get rid of the sugar. Drink that coffee black. Oh, I can just hear it now. Gotta have my sugar in the coffee. All right, well, great. Instead of having 5, go down to 1. Wait a minute. I know that's too radical. 5, go down to 4. Go down to 3. Go down to 2. By the end of the year, you're drinking black coffee. Woo, you're going to be getting the benefit. Dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate. Not the whole pound, though, in one sitting. No, it's excess. We can't be doing that. Heart is got antioxidants, increases blood flow, and one of my favorites, nitric oxide. Yeah, nitric oxide is good for getting that blood to flow and getting that vitality in the bedroom. Now, what we're talking about is that if you've got erectile dysfunction, Getting these types of supplements is going to help increase blood flow, increase your ability to think about having sex. It's also going to make you happier because you're not going to be bogged down. I keep talking about that heavy feeling. I just realized that I will go to Krispy Kreme's, which is a donut shop, which has a very doughy donut. I love them. I love them with a cup of coffee. Oh man, it's the best dessert ever. I eat one and I will feel that donut for the rest of the time until I go to bed. Not a good thing. If I eat two, I will feel it in the morning. Not a good thing. So let's talk about those things that you can drink. Let's drink other sugars. Grape juice, cranberry juice. Let's drink pomegranate juice. Let's drink blueberry. Okay, so you're thinking to yourself, well, I can't afford that, I just can't afford that. You can afford apple juice. Apple juice is in every juice that's out there. If you read the label, apple juice is either the first ingredient or the second ingredient. All right, now here comes one of my favorites, garlic. I love keeping the vampires away. I don't need them sucking any of my blood. I need every bit of my blood to work where it needs to be. So I like mine. I cut off the top. I pour some olive oil over it, not saturating it, but get it nice. And then I bake it. I bake it for anywhere from 375 for anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. It makes it soft. It reduces that garlicky taste. I have had certain, when I didn't cook it correctly and it was still half cooked, I get complaints from my partner that I smell like garlic, and even though I haven't taken it, I haven't eaten it, and the next day she still smells it on me. So I have to watch my garlic intake, but nonetheless, I love it. It's flavorful. It's in the food that I eat. Going back to those fatty omega vitamins, salmon, other fatty fish. They're fabulous. They boost the nitric oxide in your body. Fabulous. Sardines, tuna, mackerel. Think about this. Have a Caesar salad with sardines on it. It's fabulous. All right, let's talk about those green vegetables real quick. Kale, Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts, and the reason why is it's an alkaline type of food, which means that it reduces the acidity in my bloodstream, which helps prevent cancer. How about that? 2 for 1? Hey, you can't beat it. So I want to let you know that we also have our roots. We have different roots such as carrots and radishes and beets and turnips. Those are all really good for you too. So not potatoes so much because they're a little bit starchy, but the rest of those, they've really got good stuff in them. What about cinnamon, onions, fruits? But understand that if you're eating a grapefruit and you happen to be taking one of those drugs that's for the erection, like Viagra, guess what? They don't mix. Run away. Do not do that. That will have a very large effect on you and it will not make you happy. All right? Turmeric. Turmeric is a really strong flavor. I suggest you experiment with it and realize that what I'm telling you is get the foods you like. Eat more of the foods that make you healthy. If you're an individual that doesn't like cooking at home, get somebody else to cook. Going to restaurants, you don't know what they're putting in the food. You don't know if they're buying packaged or processed foods. Processed foods are not good for you. What I typically do is go out and buy a bottle of, cocktail sauce, let's just say. And I will change the formula in that in order to enhance it for my palate. I'm going to add fruit juices, lemon. I'm going to add garlic. Not really. I'm going to add a root to it. Horseradish. Yeah. And I'm going to make it to my taste. So my point here is if you walk the perimeter of the grocery store, that's where you're going to get your best values, your best health, your best everything. If you start going down the aisles, you're winding up with processed foods, not good for your body because you don't know what are the chemicals that are being processed when they're making this stuff. All right, what about dried tomatoes? What about dried fruit? Dried fruit concentrates the antioxidants, so you get a bigger bang for your buck. I love nuts. Get some nuts. Walnuts. Peanuts, not so much. Pecans, or if you're from the South, pecans. Pasta sauce, rose hips. Canned minestrone has good antioxidant, lycopene rather. What about Manhattan clam chowder and guava? These are all great. Papaya. Oh man, my point is that if you email the foods, then I will be glad to send them to you and document what you should be using so that you can go down through it. The whole point is to get yourself to start eating healthy. There's like 3 or 4 different apples that you can eat, and everybody knows an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I'm going to let you go. Make sure you comment down below. I want you to eat healthier. Portions don't need to be those really huge portions. They can be cut down, especially if you drink a lot of water and you're eating stuff that's healthy. The reason is that, you need to watch your weight. You need to be able to exercise, get out there. Well, again, we're talking about your oral health and your consumption. Let's just say that you're going to eat healthier. You're going to find foods, and there are plenty of foods. So go ahead and comment. If you're interested, I have the foods that you can eat. I look forward to talking to you. You have a great day.